My, that kitchen's hot. What, Essie? I said that kitchen's awful hot. That new candy I'm making, it just won't ever get cool. Do you have to make candy today, Essie? It's such a hot day. Why, I suppose you'll be opening up a store. That's what Ed was saying last night, and I said, no, I want to be a dancer. Oh, well, the only trouble with dancing is it takes so long. You've been studying such a long time. Only 8 years, Mother. After all, you've been writing plays for 8 years. We started about the same time, didn't we? Yes, but you shouldn't count my first 2 years because I was learning to type.
I think the candy's hard enough now, Miss Essie.
Oh, thanks, Reba. I'll go out and get some, Mother. I want you to try it.
Did you finish second act, Miss Sycamore?
Oh, no, Reba. I just got Cynthia entering the monastery.
Monastery? Well, how'd she get there? She was at the El Morocco, wasn't she?
Oh, well, she gets tired of the El Morocco. And there's this monastery, so she goes there.
Well, do they let her in?
Oh, yes. I made a visitor's day, so of course anybody can come.
Oh.
So she arrives on visitor's day and just stays.
All night?
Oh, yes. She stays 6 years.
6 years? My, I bet she busts that monastery wide open.
6 years later...
Mr. Pinna?
Yeah?
Mr. Pinna, you bring up some of those new skyrockets? I want to show them to Mrs. Sycamore.
Sure.
Look, Penny, what do you think of these little firecrackers? 10 strings for a nickel. Nice, huh?
Paul, dear, were you ever in a monastery?
No, I wasn't. Wait till you see the new skyrockets. We got gold stars and blue stars, then some bombs, and then a balloon. Mr. DePinna thought of the balloon.
Sounds lovely. Did you do all that today?
Sure, we made up... Oh, here we are. Look, Penny, it costs us 18 cents to make, and we sell them for 50. How many do you figure we can have made by the 4th, Mr. DePinna?
Well, we got 2 weeks yet. What day are you going to take that stuff up to Mount Vernon?
Oh, I don't know. About a week. You know, we got a lot of stuff made up this year.
Look, Mr. Sycamore, the only thing that bothers me is I'm afraid the powder is just a little bit too close to the balloon.
But we got the stars and the bombs in between.
But that don't give the balloon time enough. A balloon needs plenty of time.
Do you want to go down the cellar and try it?
All right.
That's the only way you'll really tell.
Miss Alice gonna be home for dinner tonight, Miss Sycamore?
What? Oh, I don't know, Reba. Maybe.
Well, I'll set a place for her, but she's only been home one night this week. Let's see. 6, and Mr. DePinna, and if Mr. Colencall comes, that makes 8, don't it?
I think I'll put this play away for a while, Reba, and go back to the war play. Sort of got myself into a monastery and I can't get out. Hello, boys. The snakes look hungry. Did Reba feed them? Oh, I don't know. Reba, did you feed the snakes yet?
No, honey, I didn't.
Oh, well, try to feed them before Grandpa gets home. You know how fussy he is about them.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and take Groucho and Harpo into the kitchen with you.
Mr. DePinna was right about the balloon. It was too close to the powder.
Do you want some candy, Father? It's on the table.
No, thanks. I gotta wash.
I'm going back to the war play, Paul.
Oh, that's nice. We're putting some red stars after the blue stars, and then comes the bomb, and then the balloon. That ought to do it.
Mr. Kolenkoff says I'm his most promising pupil.
Listen, Essie.
I like that, Ed. Yours?
Beethoven.
I made those new candies this afternoon, Ed.
Yeah?
You can take them around tonight.
All right. Now, here's the thing.
That's fine. Remember when Kolenkoff comes, will you?
I was right about the balloon. It was too close to the powder. Anything you want printed, Mr. DePinna?
How about some more calling cards?
No thanks. I've still got the first 1,000.
Well, call on someone, will ya? What have we got for dinner tonight, Reba? I'm ready to print the menu.
Cornflakes, watermelon, some of those candies Miss Essie made, and some kind of meat. I forget.
I think I'll set it up in boldface tonight.
Do you think anybody ever reads those things, Ed? Oh, here it is. Poison gas. I always liked that one.
Where's Grandpa?
He's over at Columbia this afternoon. The commencement exercises.
My, the years certainly do roll around. M-E-A-T. What's he go there all the time for, Penny?
Oh, I don't know. It's so handy. Just around the corner.
Well, sir, you should have been there. That's all I can say. You should have been there.
Was it a nice commencement, Grandpa?
Wonderful. They get better every year.
Big class this year, Grandpa? How many were there?
Oh, must have been about 2 acres. Everybody graduated. Much funnier speech than they had last year.
I'll tell Reba Grandpa's home, and we won't wait for Alice.
Got a new skyrocket today, Grandpa. Wait till you see it. See, I wonder why they don't have fireworks at commencement. They don't make enough noise. Now you take a good commencement orator and you'll draw out a whole carload of fireworks.
Oh, well, don't the graduates ever say anything?
Nope, they just sit there and cap a nightgown, get their diplomas, and long about 40 years from now, they suddenly say, "Where am I?"
Hello, Grandpa. Have a nice day.
You know, I could have used a few of these this afternoon. Play something, Ed.
There was a letter that came for you today, Grandpa. Did you get it?
A letter for me? I don't know anybody.
It was for you, though. It had your name on it.
Well, that's funny. Where is it?
I don't know. Where's Grandpa's letter, Mother? What, dear? Where's the letter that came for Grandpa last week? I don't know. I remember seeing the kittens on it.
Well, who is it from? Did you notice?
Yes, it was on the outside.
Well, who was it?
The United States government.
Really? I wonder what they wanted.
There was one before that, too, from the same people. There was a couple of them.
Well, if any more come, I wish you'd give them to me.
Yes, Grandpa.
I think I'll go out to Westchester tomorrow and do a little snake hunting.
And so the beautiful princess came into the palace and kissed her mother and her father and her grandfather. Hi, Grandpa. And what do you think? They turned into the Sycamore family. Surprise? Oh, Alice, I like it. It's new, isn't it? Looks nice and summery. Where did you get it? Well, I just took a little walk during lunch hour.
You've been taking quite a few walks lately. That's the second new dress this week.
Now, Grandpa, I just like to brighten up the office every once in a while. So, what's new around here? In the ways of plays, snakes, ballet dancing, and of course, fireworks. Dad, I'll bet you've been down in that cellar all day.
Huh?
I'm going back to the wordplay, Alice. Oh, Ed, play Alice that Beethoven thing you wrote. Listen, Alice. I know. Oh, that's nice. Now, listen, everybody. I'm not talking. Listen, everybody. Listen. Listen. I just wanted to tell you that I'm not home to dinner tonight. A young gentleman is calling for me. Well, isn't that nice? Really? Who is it? I did everything possible to keep him from coming here, but he's calling for me. Well, why don't you both stay to dinner? No, I want him to take you in easy doses. Now, I've tried to prepare him a little, but don't make things any worse than you can help. Mother, don't read him any plays. And Grandpa, of all things, don't let snake biting because I really like him. And Essie, I don't think I'd dance for him because we're going to the Monte Carlo Ballet tonight.
Can't do anything. Who is he? President of the United States?
No, Grandpa. He's Vice President of Kirby and Company, Mr. Anthony Kirby Jr.
Wow.
The boss's son? The boss's son. Just like the movies. That explains the new dresses.
And not being home to dinner for 3 weeks.
Are you going to marry him? Oh, of course. Tonight. And meanwhile, I have to go put on my wedding dress. Is he good looking? What time is it?
It was about 5 o'clock a couple of hours ago.
Well, will you let me know the minute he comes, please? Of course, dear. Now, I mean the minute he gets here. Why, of course. Well, what did you think of that?
She seems to like him, if you ask me.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if she married him? Why, we could have the wedding right here in this room.
Now, wait a minute, Penny. This is the first time he's ever called for the girl.
Now, you only called for me once.
Well, young people are different nowadays.
Anyhow, I think it's wonderful. I'll bet it's he that's been taking her out every night. There he is. Never mind, Rita, I'll answer it. Now, remember what Alice said and be very nice to him.
Well, let's take a look at him.
Well, welcome to our little home. I'm Alice's mother. Just come right in. Here we are. And this is Alice's father, and Alice's grandfather, and her sister Essie, and Essie's husband Ed. There. Now you know all of us. Now give me your hat and make yourself right at home.
I'm afraid you must be making a mistake.
How's that?
My card.
Wilbur C. Henderson, Internal Revenue Department.
That's right. And this is Miss... Where did she go?
Where did who go?
Miss Iris, my secretary.
Oh, good heavens, then she was with you. I'm so sorry. It's all right. It happens rather frequently.
This is Miss Iris. What can we do for you? Does a Mr. Martin Vanderhoff live here?
Yes, sir, that's me.
Well, Mr. Vanderhoff, the government wants to talk to you about a little matter of income tax.
Income tax? Do you mind if I sit in your own?
No, go right ahead.
Thank you.
Mother! Mother, is that Mr. Kirby? No, it isn't, darling. It's an internal something or other. Pardon me?
Mr. Vanderhoff, now, we've written you several letters about this, but had not any reply.
That's what those letters were.
I told you they were from the government.
These things are not going off, Mr. Sycamore. Look.
Oh, not here, Mr. Lieutenant. We're having business.
Now, Mr. Vanderhoff, according to our records, you have never filed an income tax return.
That's right.
Why not?
I don't believe in it.
Well, you own property, don't you?
Yes, sir.
And you receive a yearly income from it?
I do.
Well, Mr. Vanderhoff, it seems that you owe the government 22 years back income tax.
Wait a minute. You can't go back that far. That's outlawed.
What's your name?
What difference does that make?
Ever filed an income tax return?
No, sir.
What was your income last year?
$28.56, wasn't it, Essie?
Now, Mr. Vanderhoff, you know there's quite a penalty for not filing income tax return.
Penalty? Yeah, you can get put in jail for it.
Look, Mr. Henderson, let me ask you something.
Well,
Now, suppose I pay you this income tax. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but just for the sake of argument, what's the government going to do with it?
Now, wait a minute. I'm not here to argue with you. All I know is you haven't paid your taxes, and you've got to pay them.
They've got to show me.
It's all right here, Mr. Vanderhoff.
I don't have to show you. I just told you. Who do you think pays for all the buildings down in Washington, and the interstate commerce, and the Constitution?
The Constitution was paid for long ago.
I've run into tougher guys than you before.
Looks that way, don't it?
You've got to pay your taxes just like everybody else.
Hey, Essie, listen to this a minute.
And let me tell you something else. There's a law, and if you think you're bigger than law, you've got another thing coming. You're here from the U.S. government. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? That's all I can say.
I got those stakes.
Come, Miss Arts, we're wasting our time.
What should I put in the pot?
Put return to reinforcement. Everybody be alert!
Yeah, that's it, so thank you. I enjoyed that.
How did that sound to you folks?
I liked it.
My goodness, he was bad, wasn't he? He forgot his hat.
What size is it?
It's 7 and 8.
Just right for me.
This must be Mr. Kirby.
Better make sure this time, dear.
Yes, I will, dear. Hello.
Good evening.
Is this Mr. Anthony Kirby Jr.?
Yes?
Well, Mr. Kirby, come right in. We've been expecting you. Come right in. This is really Mr. Kirby. Now, I'm Alice's mother, and this is Alice's father, and Alice's grandfather.
Like my hat? Government gave it to me.
And this is her sister Effie, and Effie's husband Ed. There, now you know all of us. Now give me your hat and make yourself right at home.
How do you do?
Mother, is that Mr. Kirby? Oh, yes it is, dear, and he's lovely. I'll be right down. Oh, won't you sit down, Mr. Kirby?
Thank you. Oh, I do hope I'm not keeping you from dinner. No, have a tomato? No, thank you.
This is Mr. DePinna, Mr. Kirby.
How do you do? How do you do? Kirby.
Wasn't I reading about your father in the newspaper the other day? Didn't he get indicted or something?
Oh, hardly that. He just had to testify before the Securities Commission, that's all.
Oh.
Yes, of course. I'm sure there was nothing crooked about it, Mr. DePinna. As a matter of fact, Alice has often told us what a lovely man your father is.
Well, I know Father couldn't get along without Alice. She knows more about the business than any of us.
Aren't you awfully young, Mr. Kirby? I mean, to be vice president of a big place like that?
Sounds kind of dull to me. Wall Street. Do you like it?
Well, I haven't been there very long.
Just out of college, huh?
Well, I just knocked around for a while at first. Just sort of had fun. Anyhow, now the fun's over and I'm facing the real world.
Well, you certainly got a good start, Mr. Kirby. So now I suppose you're all ready to settle down and get married.
Come now, Penny. I'm sure Mr. Kirby knows his own mind.
I wasn't trying to make up his mind for him, was I, Mr. Kirby?
That's all right, Mrs. Sycamore.
You see, you mustn't rush him, Mother. Well, all I meant was that he was bound to get married, and suppose the wrong girl gets him. Well, here I am, vision in white.
Hi, Alice.
Apparently you've all had time to get acquainted. Oh, yes, we were just having a delightful discussion about love and marriage. Oh, dear. I'm sorry, Tony. I came down as fast as I could.
Oh, Miss Alice, you sure does look beautiful. Where are you going?
I'm going out, Reba.
That must be Colin Pop.
I think we'd better go, Tony.
Okay. Oh, my little Abishka.
Yes, Mr. Colin Pop.
I am so hungry, I could even eat my little Abishka.
My Pavlova. Madam Sycamore. My little Alice. Never have I seen you look so magnificent.
Thank you, Mr. Kollenkoff. This is Mr. Kollenkoff, Essie's dancing teacher, and this is Mr. Kirby.
How do you do?
And now we really must be going. We're going to the Monte Carlo Ballet tonight.
The Monte Carlo Ballet? It stinks!
Yes. Well, we really have to be going. Excuse us. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. So glad we met you all.
The Monte Carlo Ballet.
Isn't Mr. Kirby lovely? Come on, everybody. Dinner's ready. Oh, Tony, I think they're marvelous. I can see them dance every night of the week. They really are good.
They are, aren't they? But of course, walking inside any theater gives me a thrill.
It's been so lovely, Tony. I hate to have it over.
Oh, is it over? Do I have to go right away?
Well, not if you don't want to.
I don't.
Well, would you like something cold to drink?
Wonderful.
Well, I'll see what's in the icebox. Want to come along?
I follow you to the ends of the earth.
Just the kitchen is far enough. Lucky you're not hungry, Mr. K. An icebox is full of cornflakes. That gives you a little idea of what life in the Sycamore family's like. But at least this is cold.
You know, I wouldn't trade 1 minute of this evening for all the rice in China.
Oh, really?
Cross my heart.
Is there much rice in China?
Terrific. Didn't you read The Good Earth? I suppose I ought to go.
Oh, is it very late?
Very. I don't want to
Well,
go.
I don't want you to.
All right, I won't. When do you get your vacation?
The last 2 weeks of August.
I might take mine then, too.
Really?
What do you think you're going to do?
Well, don't know. I guess I really hadn't thought too much about it.
Going away, do you think?
Oh, I might not. I like the city in the summertime.
I do, too.
But I always thought your family went up to Maine.
Why, yes, but I'm sure I'd like the city in the summertime. That is, I'd like it if, oh, you know what I mean. I'd love it if you were here, Alice.
Well, Tony, I'd like it if you were here, too.
You know what you're saying, don't you?
What?
That you'd rather spend your summer with me than anybody else.
Yes, it looks that way, doesn't it?
Well, if you'd feel that way about the summer, how would you feel about the winter?
Yes, I'd like that, too.
Then comes the spring and the autumn. If you could, see your way clear about those, Miss Sycamore.
Yes.
Well, I guess that's the whole year. We haven't forgotten anything, have we?
No.
Well, then,
Is that you, Alice? What time is it? Oh, excuse me, Mr. Kirby. I didn't mean to interrupt anything.
not at all, Mrs. Sycamore.
I just came down for my manuscript, but I'll get it tomorrow.
Good night, Mrs. Sycamore.
Oh, I think you can call me Penny. Don't you, Alice? At least I hope so. That's all right, Tony. That was just Father.
At this time of night?
Any time of night, any time of day.
Alice, you're more lovely, more beautiful than anybody else in the whole world.
Don't, Tony. I can't.
What?
I can't, Tony.
Alice, just because your mother, all mothers are like that, and Penny's a darling. You see, I'm even calling her Penny.
It's not that, Tony. Look, This is something I should have told you a long time ago, but I didn't have the courage. I let myself be swept away because I love you so.
Darling.
Now, listen, Tony, let me explain this to you. You're of a different world, a whole different kind of people. I don't mean money or socially. That's too silly. But your family and mine, it wouldn't work, Tony. It just wouldn't work.
Darling, we're not going to live with our families. It's just you and me.
No, it isn't, Tony. It's never quite that. Tony, I love them. I love them deeply. Some people could just cut away. But I couldn't. I know they do rather strange things. I never know what to expect next. But they're fun. And there's a kind of nobility about them. That may sound strange, but I mean the way they don't care about things that other people give their whole lives to. They're really wonderful, Tony.
Alice, you talk as though only you can understand them. I fell in love with them tonight.
But your family, Tony, don't you understand? I would want everything about you and everything about me to be one. I couldn't start out with a part of you that I didn't share and a part of me that you didn't share. Unless we were all one, you and your father and mother, I'd be miserable. And that can't be, Tony. That just can't be.
Alice, every family has curious little traits. What of it? My father raises orchids at $10,000 a bulb. That's just as bad as your mother writing plays, isn't it?
Tony, it goes deeper than that. Your father raises orchids because he can afford to. My mother writes plays because 8 years ago a typewriter was delivered here by mistake.
Darling, what of it?
And look at Grandpa. 35 years ago, he just quit his job one day. He went up in the elevator and came right back down again. He just stopped. He could have been a rich man, but he said it took too much time. So for 35 years, he's collected snakes and gone to circuses and commencement. Can you explain Grandpa, Tony? You can't. Tony, I love you. But I love them too. But it's no use. It's just no use.
Alice, there's only one thing you said that matters, that makes any sense at all. You love me.
But Tony, I know so well. It's just
Don't you think other people have had the same problem? Everybody's got a family.
But not like mine.
That doesn't stop people who love each other. Darling, won't you trust me? They want you to be happy, don't they?
Of course they do, Tony. But they can't change. I wouldn't want them to change.
They won't have to change. They're charming, lovable people, just as they are. You're worrying about something that may never come up.
Oh, Tony, am I?
All that matters right now is that we love each other. That's right, isn't it?
Yes.
Well then,
Oh, Tony.
now, I'd like a little bit of excitement around here. A young man calling upon a girl and getting engaged and everything.
Well, what am I supposed to say?
Well, first of all, you could thank the young man for getting engaged to you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kirby, for getting engaged to me.
You're welcome. And then you could tell it what it was about him that first took your girlish heart.
The back of your head.
What?
It wasn't your charm, and it wasn't your money. It was the back of your head. I just happened to like it.
And so, what did you do when I turned around?
I got used to that after a while.
You know, it's wonderful, isn't it, Alice, that we work together in the same office? I could sit and dictate to you all day. Dear Miss Alice, I love you. I love you. I love you. We're lucky, aren't we, Alice?
I know that I am. I'm the luckiest girl in the world.
Well, I'm not too unlucky myself.
It really is wonderful, isn't it, Tony?
Terribly. And now, good night.
Good night.
I will. I just want to finish up these circulars.
Well, do that later, can't you? I want you to be back in time to play for me when Kolenkoff comes.
Kolenkoff? Coming tonight?
Yes, tomorrow night's his night, but I had to change it on account of Alice.
Oh, big doings around here tomorrow night, huh?
Isn't it exciting? You know, I'm so nervous, you'd think it was me he was engaged to instead of Alice. I wonder what they'll be like, his mother and father. Ed, what are you doing now?
Penny, did you see the new mask I made last night? Guess who it is?
Don't tell me now, Ed. Wait a minute. Cleopatra.
It's Eleanor Roosevelt.
You know, the nice thing about these erector sets is you can make so many different things with them. Why, last week it was the Empire State Building. What is it this week? It's the Queen Mary.
Want to go down, Mr. Sycamore, and finish packing up the fireworks?
Okay, you know, we got a lot of stuff to take up to Mount Vernon in the morning.
Mother, may I borrow some paper? I'm making out a list for Reba for tomorrow night. Oh, yes, dear. Here's some. Thank you. Effie, you're going to give Reba the kitchen all day tomorrow, aren't you? Because she'll need it. Of course, Alice. I'm going to start some candy now, so I'll be way ahead. Thanks, dear. Look, Mother, I'm coming home tomorrow at 3 o'clock. You'll have everything down in the cellar by then, won't you? Let's see. That's the typewriter, the printing press, the xylophone. Hey. That way I'll be able to arrange the table and fix the flowers.
The Kirbys are certainly going to get the wrong impression of this house.
And you'll do all that, won't you, Mother? Of course, dear. Let's see. I think we'd better have dinner ready by 7:15, just in case the Kirbys should come a little bit early. Oh, I wonder if I should let Reba cook the dinner. What do you think, Grandpa?
Now, I wouldn't worry, Alice. From what I've seen of the boy, I'm sure the Kirbys are very nice people. And if everything isn't so elaborate tomorrow night, well, that's all right, too.
Now, Grandpa, I'm not trying to impress them or pretend that we're anything that we aren't. I guess I just want things to go well.
No reason why it shouldn't, Alice.
We're all going to do everything possible to make it a nice party. My darlings, I love you. You're the most wonderful family in the world. I'm the happiest girl in the world. I didn't know anybody could be this happy. Oh, Grandpa, he's so wonderful. Just seeing him, you don't know what it does to me.
Just seeing him. Just seeing him for lunch. And for dinner. Until 1 o'clock in the morning. And at 9 o'clock the next morning, you're at the office, and there he is. You just see him, huh?
Now, Grandpa, I don't care. I'm in love. Reba! Reba!
Nice, isn't it? Nice to see her so happy.
I remember when I was engaged to Paul, how happy I was. You know what? I still feel that way.
Nice the way Ed and Essie get along, too.
Mrs. Sycamore, Look what I found. Remember?
Why, yes, it's my painting of you as the discus thrower. Look, Grandpa.
Oh, yes, I remember. Say, you've got a little bald, haven't you, Mr. DePena?
Is it very noticeable?
Oh, well, it was a long time ago, just before I stopped painting. Let me see. That's 8 years.
Too bad you never finished it, Mrs. Sycamore.
I always meant to finish it, Mr. DePena, but one day I just started writing plays, and that was that. I never painted again.
Who would have thought that day I came to deliver the ice, that I would stay here for 8 years?
Well, the milkman was here for 5, just ahead of you.
Why did he leave anyhow? I forget.
He didn't leave. He died.
He was such a nice man. Remember the funeral we gave him, Grandpa? We never knew his name, and it was kind of hard to get a certificate.
Well, what was the name we gave him anyhow?
Martin Vanderhoff. We gave him your name.
I remember.
It was a lovely idea because otherwise he would have never got all those flowers.
Certainly was. It didn't hurt me none. Not bothered with mail anymore. And I haven't had a telephone call from that day to this.
Yes, it really was a lovely idea.
I wish you'd finish this sometime, Mrs. Sycamore. I'd kind of like to have it.
You know what, Mr. DePena? I think I'll do some work on it right tonight.
Say, will you?
Look, Mr. DePena, you run down the cellar and bring up the easel and get into your costume. It's still down there, isn't it?
I think so.
Now, where did I put my palette and brushes?
Labisca! My little Labisca!
Yes, it's Mr. Collinsville.
Madam Sycamore, I greet you.
Hello, Mr. Kolikoff. Essie's in the kitchen.
Tell me, Grandpa, what should I do about Labisca? I keep telling her she can make a great toe dancer, but she laughs only.
No, sir. I couldn't get up on my toes, Mr. Colcott. I got corns.
But Labisca, you get better diamonds. What is that?
That's a picture of Mr. DePena. Penny painted it.
It stinks.
I know. How are you, Kolikoff?
Magnificent. Life is chasing around inside of me like a squirrel.
'Tis, huh? Well, what's new in Russia? Any more letters from your friend in Moscow?
I have just heard from him. I say for you this time.
Well, thanks, Kolikoff.
They have sent him to Siberia.
That's so. How's he like it?
He has escaped and gone back to Moscow. He will get them yet. If they do not get him, the Soviet government, I could take the whole Soviet government and
I'm sorry I'm late, Mr. Kolikoff. I'll get into my dancing shoes right away.
Tonight, we will really work my tableau up. Tonight, we will take something new.
Essie making any progress?
Confidentially, she stinks.
As long as she's having fun. The government ought to stop sending me letters. I want me to appear at the United States Marshal's office. 10 o'clock Tuesday morning.
Ah, income tax. They have got you, Grandpa.
Says I'm supposed to give them a lot of money. So to keep people on relief.
Ah, Grandpa, think of it. Look at what they have done to Russia. The Grand Duchess, Olga Katrina, had to come from her homeland to the States. Now she's a waitress in a child restaurant. I ordered baked beans from her only yesterday. A crazy world, Grandpa.
Oh, the world's not so crazy, Colin Cobb. People in it. Life's pretty simple if you just relax.
How can you relax in times like these?
That's just my point. Life's simple and kind of beautiful if you let it come to you. People forget that. I know I did. I was right there in the thick of it, fighting and scratching and clawing. It's a regular jungle. And then one day it sort of struck me. I wasn't having any fun.
So you did what?
Just relax. 35 years ago that was, and I've been a happy man ever since.
Why, good evening, Mr. Collincott.
Miss Ellis, I have not seen you yet to present to you my congratulations. May you be very happy and have many, many children. That is my prayer for you.
Thank you, Mr. Collincott. Seems so nice to get back into my art things. They still look okay, don't they, Grandpa?
Yes, indeed.
You are a birth of Paris, Madam Sycamore.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Collincott. Oh, here we are. Right here, Mr. DePinna.
Gee, I hope I haven't forgotten how to pose.
Mr. DePinna, has something happened to your figure during these 8 years?
Oh, no, I don't think it's any different.
Oh,
Penny, turn around. He ain't bowling, it's a discus.
I knew there was something different about that.
sorry, Mr. Collincott. I couldn't find my slipper.
Be a hot night for it, my Pavlova. But art is only achieved through perspiration.
Why, that's wonderful, Mr. Collincott. Did you hear that, Grandpa? Art is only achieved through perspiration.
Yes, but it helps if you got a little talent to go with it.
Come, stay with me, please. You're ready, Ed? You've been practicing, I hope. Okay. You're ready? We begin. Poete. Don't forget to kick like I taught you that one. Kick. Kick him a little higher. Very good. Now, pirouette. Oh, yeah. Oh, come, Tom, put your arms up. Come, Tom, you can do that. You've been 8 years now. Pirouette. 2 more. You're not kicking. Kick. Madrasa. Oh, I am sorry. We go back to pirouette. Sorry, Grandpa. Go back to pirouette.
Did you fall in your stomach, Mr. DePinna? Woo! That's right.
A little freer. The whole body must work together. And how much is the music? The music must be for you. What's the solo? There you go.
Are we too early? No, it's perfectly all right. We're glad to see you.
Why, yes, only we thought it was to be tomorrow night. Tomorrow night?
What? Now, it's perfectly all right. Come on in and make yourselves at home.
Tony, How could you possibly?
I don't know. I thought that it was...
Really, Tony, this is most embarrassing.
Not at all. We weren't doing a thing.
Just spending the evening at home.
That's all. Now, don't let it bother you. Now, this is Alice's brother, Mrs. Sycamore. Alice's sister, Mrs. Carmichael. Mr. Carmichael. Mr. DePina. And Mr. DePina's here. That's Mr. Collencoff.
Oh boy. I forgot my name.
That's really Mr. DePina. Would you go downstairs and tell Mr. Sycamore to come up? Tell him Mr. and Mrs. Kirby are here.
I'll tell Alice that. Alice! Alice, dear! Yes, what is it? Alice, will you come down here? We have a surprise for you. Well,
Mrs. Kirby, may I take your wrap?
really, thank you. If you're sure that we're perfectly...
Mrs. Kirby. You're perfectly harmless. Ed, take them into the kitchen.
Of course, we're so used to them around the house. Oh, I'm sorry to trouble you, but snakes happen to be the one thing...
I feel very uncomfortable about this. Tony, how could you do such a thing?
I'm sorry. I thought it was tonight.
It was very careless of you. Very.
Now, Mr. Kirby, we're delighted.
Oh, now, Mr. Kirby, anybody can get mixed up.
Penny, I bought some dinner for these folks. They'll come to dinner, you know.
Oh, please don't bother. We're really not hungry at all. Oh, but it's not a bother. Ed, run down to the A&P and get some canned salmon. You do like canned salmon, don't you, Mr. Kirby?
Please don't trouble Mrs. Sycamore. I have a little indigestion anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. How about you, Mrs. Kirby? Do you like canned salmon? Oh, I'm very fond of it. Oh, well, you can have frankfurters if you'd rather. Oh, either one will do. Well, let's make it some frankfurters and canned corn and Campbell soup. And hurry. The A&P is just at the corner, and frankfurters don't take any time to boil.
And this is Mr. Sycamore, Alice's father, Mr. and Mrs. Kirby.
How do you do?
I hope you'll forgive my appearance.
This is Mr. Sycamore's busiest time of the year, just before the 4th of July.
Alice, will you ever forgive me? I'm the most dull-witted person in the world. I thought it was tonight.
But Tony, I thought for sure that we said tomorrow night. I'm awfully sorry. Well, I can't imagine what I thought. Have you all met each other?
Yes, indeed.
How do you do, Alice? How do you do, Mrs. Kirby? I'm afraid I'm not very presentable.
Oh, darling, you look lovely.
Of course she does. Don't let this upset you, my dear. We've all just met each other a night sooner. That's all.
Of course. But I'm planning such a nice party for tomorrow night.
Well, we'll come again tomorrow night.
There you are, darling. Am I forgiven?
Well, I guess so, Tony. It's just that I thought that we said we'd better see about getting you some dinner. Oh, now that's all been taken care of, Alice. I've got that all attended to. Yes, but Mother, what did you order out for? You see, Mr. Kirby has indigestion, and he can only eat certain things.
Now, that's quite all right.
I asked him what he wanted, Alice. Yes, but Mother,
Now, it's not as serious as all that. Just because I have a little indigestion.
Perhaps you do not have indigestion at all, Mr. Kirby. Perhaps you have stomach ulcers.
Don't be absurd, Mr. Collencoff.
You'll have to forgive Mr. Kolenkov. He's a Russian. And Russians are inclined to look on the dark side of things.
All right, I am a Russian, but a friend of mine, a Russian, died of stomach ulcer.
Really,
Please, Mr. Kolokov, Mr. Kirby has indigestion, and that's all.
All right, let him wait.
How do you find business conditions, Mr. Kirby? You think we're pretty well out of the depression?
What? Oh, yes. I think so. Of course, it all depends.
But you figure things will keep on improving.
Broadly speaking, yes. As a matter of fact, industry is now operating at 64% of full capacity, as against 82% in 1925. Of course, in 1929, a peak year,
Come back yet? No, Mother, he hasn't. Oh, well, he'll be back running shortly, and it won't take any time at all. I'm afraid you won't must be starved.
Oh no, quite all right. What's this? I didn't know there were little children in the house.
Oh no, that's mine.
Oh, really? Well, I suppose every man has his hobby. Or do you use it as a model of some kind?
No, I just play with it.
I see.
Perhaps you'd be better off if you had a hobby like that, Father, instead of raising orchids.
Yes, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, Mr. Kirby, why don't you tell us about your orchids? What, did you know that some of them take 6 years before they blossom? Think of that.
Oh, some of them take longer than that. As a matter of fact, I've got one now that I've been waiting 10 years for.
Oh, here we are, Ed. Did you get everything?
Yes, but the Frankfurters didn't look so good, so I got pickled pig's feet instead.
Oh, Ed, why don't you take all that into the kitchen, and I'll be with you in a minute, okay? Mr. Kirby, why don't you continue to tell us all about your orchids? I'm sure we'd just love to hear all about them. And, excuse me.
Kind of an expensive hobby, isn't it? Raising orchids?
Yes, it is. But I feel if a hobby gives one sufficient pleasure, it's never expensive.
That's very true.
You see, I need something to relieve the daily nerve strain. After a week in Wall Street, I'd go crazy if I didn't have something like that. A lot of men I know have yachts for that very reason.
Why don't they just give up Wall Street?
How's that?
I was just joking.
Well, I think it's necessary for everyone to have a hobby. Yes, but not silly ones.
I don't think it matters what the hobby is.
To be ideal, a hobby should improve the body as well as the mind. The Romans were a great people. Why? What was their hobby? Wrestling. In wrestling, you need to think quick with your mind as well as act quick with your body.
Yes, but I'm afraid wrestling isn't very practical for most of us. I'm afraid I wouldn't make a very good showing as a wrestler.
You can be a great wrestler. You're due for it. Do it. Haven't lost the old touch, eh, Grandpa? It was easy.
Are you all right, Father?
Mr. Kirby, are you hurt?
Where are my glasses?
Here they are, Mr. Kirby. I'm afraid they're bent.
I am sorry, but then you wrestle again, Mr. Kirby. You will, of course, not wear glasses.
I do not intend to wrestle again, Mr. Kolenkov.
Why, sir.
You better sit down, Father.
Mr. Kolokov, how could you do such a thing?
Simple, you put this arm up here and you...
Why didn't somebody stop him? I think, if you don't mind, perhaps we'd better be going. Oh, please, Mrs. Kirby, please don't go. Mr. Kirby, please. I've ordered out for some scrambled eggs and some plain salad. Please, don't go.
That's all right, Alice. We're not going.
I am sorry if I did something wrong, and I apologize.
I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Kirby. I'm sure that if I would have been here, it wouldn't have happened.
Well, that's quite all right.
Wow, that was exciting for a while, wasn't it?
You were talking about your orchids, Mr. Kirby. You raise many different varieties?
I'm afraid I've quite forgotten about my orchids.
I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Kirby. I know.
What did I do that was so terrible? I threw him on the floor. Did it kill him?
Please, Mr. Hollenkoff. I'm sure dinner won't be at any time at all now. Would you like some candy while you're waiting? I have some freshly made.
My doctor does not permit me to eat candy, thank you.
Alice! What? The eggs don't fell down the sink. Well, make some more, quick. But I ain't got it. Oh, would you mind terribly, Alice, if we didn't stay for dinner? I understand, Mrs. Kirby.
Yes, possibly we'd better postpone the dinner if you don't mind.
Oh, well, you're coming tomorrow night, aren't you? I'm afraid we have an engagement tomorrow night.
Yes, perhaps we'd better postpone the whole affair.
I think we're being very ungracious. Of course we'll stay to dinner. Tonight.
I have a very bad headache, Tony.
Come, Tony. I'm sure everyone understands.
Well, I don't. I think we ought to stay to dinner.
No, Tony.
What?
Tony, we were fools to ever think that it would work. It won't. Mr. Kirby, I won't be at the office tomorrow. I won't be there at all anymore.
Alice, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry, my dear. Very sorry. Are you ready, Miriam?
Yes, Anthony.
It's been very nice to have met you all. Are you coming, Anthony?
No, Father, I'm not.
I see. Your mother and I will be waiting for you at home. Good night.
Well, she's going. Nothing that anybody said can change her.
She ain't gonna stay away long, is she, Miss Sycamore?
I don't know, Reba. She won't say.
My, it's gonna be awful lonesome around here without her.
She's still going, Penny.
Yes.
Now, Penny.
I can't help it, Paul. Somehow I feel it's our fault.
Mine more than yours, Penny. All these years I've just been going along.
Don't say that, Paul. You've been a wonderful father and husband, too.
No, I haven't, Penny. Maybe I'd gone ahead, been an architect. I don't know. Something else could have been proud of. I felt that all last night looking at Mr. Kirby.
But we've been so happy, Paul.
I know. I used to think it was enough, but I don't know. I'm kind of mixed up right now.
What time is she going?
Pretty soon. Train leaves at 7:30.
Oh, if only she'd see Tony. I'm sure you could persuade her.
But she won't, Penny. She's been trying all day.
Where is he now?
I don't know. I suppose walking around the block again. Anyhow, she won't talk to him.
No, I don't suppose. I feel so sorry for Tony, too. Well,
Now, Penny, let the girl alone.
but Grandpa,
Suppose she goes to Adirondacks. She'll be back. You can take just so much of the Adirondacks, and then you come home.
But Grandpa, it's also terrible.
In a way, but it has its bright side, too.
How do you mean?
I'll bet this town's gonna seem pretty dull to the Kirbys for the rest of the summer. Need any help, Alice?
No thanks, Grandpa. I'm just going to press these out. Ed's bringing down my bags. Alice, dear,
Now,
I just...
Penny, let the girl alone. I'll bring the big bag down as soon as you're ready, Alice.
Do you want to take some candy along for the train ride, Alice? No, thanks. Oh, really, Alice? You could be just as alone here as you could in the mountains. Well, you could stay in your room all the time. No, Mother. I need to be away from everybody. I love them all, you know that. I just have to go away for a while. I'll be all right. Father, did you phone for a cab?
No, I didn't know you wanted one.
Oh, I told Mr. Dependent to tell you. Didn't he tell you?
Oh, he told me, but I forgot.
I wish I lived in a family that didn't always forget everything. That behaved the way other people's families do. I'm sick of cornflakes and watermelons and printing presses and everything. Why can't we be like other people? With 2 green vegetables on the table and doilies too, and 1 meat. You know, I can't even bring my friends here without, I'll see if I can do anything. Talk to her, Tony. She's in the kitchen.
Okay, thanks. Alice, won't you listen to me, please?
Tony, it's no use.
Alice, you're not being fair. At least let me talk to you.
Perhaps if I went upstairs with them.
Now, Penny, let the girl alone.
Where'd they go? She went right out the minute he came in.
Knocked the olive oil right out of my hand. Does smell kind of fishy.
Well, there is a bright side to everything. All except my 22 years back income tax. I get another letter every day.
What are you going to do about that, Grandpa?
Well, I had a kind of idea yesterday.
What is it?
Hello, Colin Cobb.
Hello, Mr. Kolenkoff.
Forgive me, the door was open.
Come on in.
You will excuse my coming today? I realize you are upset.
That's all right, Mr. Kolenkoff. I don't think I can take a lesson today, Mr. Kolenkoff. I just don't feel up to it.
Well, I...
Oh, but do stay to dinner, Mr. Kolenkoff. We've got all that food out there, and somebody's got to eat it.
I will be happy to, Madam Sycamore.
Fine.
Thank you. Now, I wonder if I know you well enough to ask you of a great favor.
Why, of course, Mr. Kolenkoff.
You have heard of me talk of my friend, the Grand Duchess, Olga Katerina?
Yes.
She is a great woman, the Grand Duchess. Her cousin was the Tsar of Russia. And today, she is a waitress in a child's restaurant, Columbus Circle.
Yes, of course. If there's anything we can do, Mr. Kolenkoff, why...
I tell you, the Grand Duchess has not had a good meal since before the Revolution.
She must be hungry.
And today, the Grand Duchess not only has her day off, Thursday, but it is also the anniversary of Peter the Great, a remarkable man.
What? Mr. Kolenkoff? If you mean you'd like the Grand Duchess to come to dinner, why, we'd be honored. Oh, yes.
In the name of the Grand Duchess, I thank you.
I can hardly wait to meet her. What time will she get here?
She's waiting outside in the street. I bring her in now.
You know, if this keeps on, I'll never make it to 150.
Ed, straighten your tie. Effie, look at your dress. How do I look, okay?
The Grand Duchess Olga Katerina. Your Highness, permit me to present Madam Sycamore. Madam Carmichael. Not bad, not bad. Grandpa.
Madam?
Mr. Carmichael. Mr. DePena. And Mr. Sycamore.
All right now, Mr. DePena.
Oh, won't you be seated, Your Highness? Thank you. You're most kind. We are so honored to receive you, Your Highness. I am most happy to be here. What time is dinner? Oh, it'll be quite soon, Your Highness, very soon. Oh, I do not mean to be rude, but I must be back at the restaurant by 8 o'clock. I am substituting for another waitress.
I will make sure you're on time, Your Highness.
You know, Highness, I think you waited on me at Child's once. The 72nd Street place?
No, that was my sister.
The Grand Duchess Natasha.
I work in Columbus Circle.
Quite a lot of your family living over here, aren't there?
Oh, yes, many. My uncle, the Grand Duke Surgery. He is an elevator man at Macy's. A very nice man. Then there is my cousin, Prince Alexis. He will not speak to the rest of us, because he works at Archie Carnegie. He has God's printed Prince Alexis of Archie Carnegie's. Bah!
But he was selling Eskimo pies at Lunar Park. He was willing to talk to you.
Dinner will be ready in a few minutes.
I will help too. I am very good cook. Oh, but Your Highness, not on your day off. I do not mind. That is your kitchen. Oh, right this way, but you're the guest of Highness, Your Honor. I mean, honor, Your Highness. But I love to cook. Come, Polenkoff. If they've got sour cream and pot cheese, I will make you some blintzes.
Ah, blintzes. Come, Pablo, let me show you something.
Say, the Duchess is all right, isn't she? Hey, Duchess, can I help?
Really, she's a very nice woman, considering she's a Grand Duchess.
Wonderful people go through, isn't it? And still keep kindness.
She made me forget about everything for a while.
I suppose I better call that cab.
No, wait a minute, Paul. I think I hear... Tony has nothing else to be said. That is it. No more. Ed, will you please go get my bag?
Sure, Alice. Don't do it, Ed.
Ed, please.
All right, Ed, bring it down. Do you know you've got the stubbornest daughter in all 48 states?
That must be the cab.
But it is a certainly wonderful service.
Is Tony here, Alice?
Oh, yes. Yes, he is.
Good afternoon. Forgive me, I intruding. Tony, I want you to come home with me. Your mother is very upset.
Very well, Father. Goodbye, Alice.
Goodbye, Tony.
I need hardly to say that this is as painful to Mrs. Kirby and myself as it is to you people. I'm sorry, but I'm sure you understand.
Well, yes, and in a way, no. Now look, Mr. Kirby, I'm not the kind of a person to run other people's lives, but I don't think these two young people have as much sense as you or I do.
Grandpa, would you please not do this?
Now, Alice, I'm just talking to Mr. Kirby here. A cat can look at a king, can he?
Do you want me to do that for you, Alice? No, thanks, Mother.
Well, you got quite a while before the train goes, Alice.
Myrtle. Yes, Myrtle, this is Alice. Yes, I'm just fine. Well, listen, Myrtle, I need you to do a favor for me. That's right. Will you please give a message to the cab company? That's right. Tell them to send a cab to 761 Claremont right away, please. Thank you.
And now, if you'll excuse us. Are you ready, Tony?
Yes, Father.
Mr. Kirby, I suppose after last night, you think this family's crazy, don't you? But you've got to remember, you came on the wrong night. Now tonight, I bet you nothing will happen.
All right, just get out there.
Maybe.
Mr. Vanderhoff, it was not merely last night that convinced Mrs. Kirby and myself that this engagement would be unwise.
I can handle my own affairs, Father. Alice, for the last time, will you marry me?
No, Tony. I know exactly what your father's saying. And he's right.
No, he's not, Alice.
Alice, you're in love with this boy, and you're not marrying him because we're the kind of people we are.
Grandpa, I didn't say that.
I know. You think the two families wouldn't get along. Well, who says they're right and we're wrong?
Grandpa, I did not say that. I only feel that maybe...
Well, what I
we should
feel
wait
is
just-
Tony's too nice a boy to wake up 25 years from now with nothing in his life but stocks and bonds.
How's that?
Yes, mixed up and unhappy, the way you are.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Vanderhoff. I'm a very happy man.
Are you?
Certainly I am.
I don't think so. What do you think you get your indigestion from? Happiness? No, sir. You get it because most of your time is spent in doing things you don't want to do.
I don't do anything I don't want to do.
Oh, yes, you do. Well, you said last night that after a week in Wall Street, you're pretty near crazy. Why do you keep on doing it?
Why do I keep on? Why, that's my business. A man can't give up his business.
Why not? You got all the money you need. You can't take it with you.
That's a very easy thing for you to say, Mr. Vanderhoff. But I spent my entire life building up my business.
And what's it got you? Same kind of mail every morning. Same kind of deals. Same kind of meetings. Same dinners at night. Same indigestion. You must have wanted something more when you started out, Mr. Kirby. We haven't got much time, you know. Any of us.
Well, what do you expect me to do? Live the way you do? Do nothing?
Well, I'd have a lot of fun. Have time to read, talk, visit the zoo now and then, practice my darts. I even have time to notice when spring comes around. I don't see anybody I don't have to. I don't have 6 hours things I have to do before I have 1 hour of what I like in, and I haven't taken bicarbonate soda in 35 years. Well, what's the matter with that?
The matter with that? But suppose we all did it, Mr. Vanderhoff. Don't be ridiculous. Who would do all the work?
Well, there's always people like to work. You can't stop them. Inventions and they fly the ocean. Why, there's always people get onto Wall Street too, because they like it. But from what I've seen of you, Mr. Kirby, I don't think you're one of them. I think you're missing something.
I'm not aware of missing anything.
Neither was I till I quit. I used to get down to that office 9 o'clock sharp no matter how I felt. I used to lay awake nights for fear I wouldn't get that contract. I used to worry about the world, too. I got all mixed up by whether Cleveland or Blaine was going to be elected president. Seemed awful important at the time. But who cares now? Look, Mr. Kirby, what I'm trying to say is I've had 35 years and nobody can take away from me, no matter what they do to the world. See?
Yes, I do see. And it's a very dangerous philosophy, Mr. Vanderhoff. It's un-American, and it's exactly why I'm opposed to this marriage. I don't want Tony to come under its influence.
Well, what's the matter with it, Father? There was a time in your life when you wanted to be a trapeze artist.
Don't be an idiot,
Oh,
Tony.
yes, you did. I came across those letters you wrote to Grandfather.
No! How dared you read those letters? How dared you?
Why, that's wonderful. Did you wear tights, Mr. Kirby?
Certainly not. The whole thing is absurd. I was only 14 years old at the time.
Yes, but at 18, you wanted to be a saxophone player, didn't you?
Tony!
And at 21, you ran away from home because grandfather wanted you to go into the business. It's all down there in black and white. You didn't always think so.
Well, well, well.
I may have had some silly notions in my youth, but I'm thankful my father knocked them out of me. I went into the business and forgot all about them.
Not altogether, Father. There is still a saxophone in the back of your closet.
There is.
Tony, we'll discuss this later.
No. I want to talk about it now. I think Mr. Vanderhoff is right. Dead right. I'm not going back to that office. I've always hated it, and I'm not going on with it. And I'll tell you something else. I didn't make a mistake last night. I brought you here on purpose.
Oh, Tony. Oh, well, for heaven's sake.
I wanted you to see a real family. I wanted you to see a real family. A family that loved and understood. You don't understand me. You haven't had time. Well, I'm not making your mistake. I'm clearing out.
Clearing out? What do you mean?
I mean, I'm not going to be pushed into the business just because I'm your son.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I don't know. Maybe I'll be a bricklayer or something. But at least I'll be doing something I want to do.
That must be the cab.
To tell him to wait a minute, Ed.
Grandpa?
You mind, Alice? You know, Mr. Kirby, Tony here is going through just what you and I did when we were his age. I think if you listen hard enough, why, you can hear yourself saying the same thing to your father 25 years ago. We all did it, and we were right. How many of us would be willing to settle when we're young for what we eventually get? All those plans we make, what happens to them? It's only a handful of the lucky ones that can even say they came close. So, before they clean that closet out, Mr. Kirby, I'd get in a good few hours on that saxophone.
I beg your pardon, but before I make the blintzes, how many will there be to dinner? Oh, why, I don't know.
Your Highness, may I present Mr. Anthony Kirby and Mr. Anthony Kirby Jr., the Grand Duchess, Olga Katrina.
How do you do? How's that?
I beg your pardon, but before I make the blintzes, how many will there be to dinner?
Oh, I'd make quite a sack of Your Highness. Can't ever tell.
Good, the Tsar always said to me, Olga, do not be stingy with the blintzes.
Pardon me, Mr. Vanderhoff. Who did you say that was?
The Grand Duchess, Olga Katrina of Russia. She's cooking the dinner. Oh, and speaking of dinner, well, why don't you and Tony both stay?
Oh, please do, Mr. Kirby. We've got all that food out there we were going to have last night. I mean, tonight.
Well, why not stay, Mr. Kirby? It'll kind of give us a chance to get acquainted.
Well, I'd like that very much. What do you say, Tony? Do you want to stay for dinner?
Why, yes. I'd like that very much. If Alice would call away that cab. What do you say, Alice? It's gonna be a nice crowd. Don't you think you ought to stay to dinner?
Mr. Kirby, Tony, Grandpa, you're wonderful.
I've been telling you that for years.
Here's a letter for you, Grandpa. It was in the icebox.
Miss Sycamore, will you step into my office, please? I'd like to do a little bit of dictating.
It's the government again. Well, well, well.
What is it, Grandpa?
The United States government apologizes. I don't owe him a nickel. It seems I died 8 years ago.
What do they mean, Grandpa?
Remember Charlie, the milkman? Buried him under my name? Well, I told them I was Martin Vanderhoff Jr., and they're very sorry, and I may even get a refund.
Oh, my Grandpa, you're no crud.
Sure.
Pardon me, Mr. Vanderhoff. How did you say escape that income tax?
Tonight, my friends, you're going to eat.
Hello there.
How do you do?
Fine, fine. Never was better.
Grandpa, what has happened?
He's relaxing. That's right. Play something, Ed.
Everything will be ready in a minute. You can sit down. Come on, everybody. It's dinner. Dinner? Come on. Effie, stop dancing and come to dinner.
You like Russian food, Mr. Kirby. Have a seat.
Oh, but you must be careful of your indigestion.
There are Mr. DePena and Mr. Sycamore. Are they still in the basement?
I haven't any indigestion.
What was that?
Are you boys all right? Come on, Bill. Sit down. I love this family. They're so wonderful. Olga, bring on the Blinson.